Welcome back to Market on Close. It's time for Options Corner. That means Kevin Green is here to talk all things options with us. Now, Kevin, we are digesting still the commentary from the Fed. I think the unchanged level was not a surprise, but there were definitely some surprises in there. What are you watching and how's everything responding?
Yeah, you're seeing a little bit of a counterbalance. So we had the Fed statement, which towards the end, we started seeing maybe a little bit of a sell-off to the downside here, getting close to that 59.75 level. Actually, we broke through it, but we have been able to hold there. And that's going to be our major area of support that we want to hold into the close today. But you also have maybe some positive comments coming from President Trump regarding the conflict with Iran and Israel and being open to potentially having Iranian representatives come to the White House to have a discussion. So you are seeing maybe a bid being put into the market as well. So this is kind of offsetting maybe some of the lackluster enthusiasm from the Fed meeting here. One thing I will kind of note as we go into the close, liquidity is drying up though. So you are seeing some very aggressive action. And this is not a surprise, especially on a Fed day. You usually will see some liquidity coming back into the market a little bit more than what we have seen right now. And that might be because of the dynamics of digesting the dot plots, digesting the commentary from Powell, the comments from President Trump, the holiday tomorrow, and then the expiration on Friday for the June quarterly expiration. So all of that combined, uncertainty, let's say, or those events are creating a very low liquidity environment, which is what's going to create a lot of volatility on an intraday basis. But the morning levels, for the most part, are trying to hold up. That 59.85, 59.75 is really what we're looking at going into the close here, but it is really holding up. Also note when you're looking at this technical setup, that 200 period moving average on the 15, it continues to be very key. So if you are a trader, and I'll share this on X here in a second, if you are a trader, that 15-minute chart and you add that 200 period moving average on that has been a really key area for not only support early on, pretty much late last week, but also this week as an area of resistance. And we continue to fade that. Notice on an intraday basis too, we are kind of inching towards lower levels, making some lower lows here. We have not broken through that 59.63-ish area, but it is something to be mindful of. We are losing a little bit of steam here. If you're going into the close, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a close or a pin at around that 59.95 to 6,000-ish area. That would be pretty much perfect going into the Friday expiration here. If we do have some buyers really trying to step in and we do get to this enthusiasm going into this holiday, 60-30 to the upside is what I'm looking at as far as resistance. But maybe some pen risk. Once again, 59.95, 59.95, 6,000-ish area is kind of the area I'm looking for. Hopefully we do not break below that 59.75-ish area. And if we do break below that, you're looking at 59.50 as your next major area of support.
Yeah, I mean, right now, as I'm taking a look, we're moving all over the place. But as I'm looking, we're at 59.87. So, I mean, hopefully not hitting anywhere near that 59.75 level. Now, with the day off tomorrow, obviously the contract's expiring Friday is on your radar. But anything else that you're keeping a tight eye on that you think might move things in for the positive or negative?
Yeah, well, I would say obviously for Friday, it's going to be a couple of different events. In the morning, we will have the morning expiration for the NDX, the SPX, and the RUT or the Russell 2000 options, the AM settled options. Then we will have the expiration at the end of the day as well for the weeklies. Technically, they're considered to be weeklies. And then also the expiration for the quarterly options for pretty much equities as well as the index options. Some futures contracts will be expiring as well. The VIX contracts that expired today did not see that much of a reaction, to say the least there. So just all of those trades really coming back into the market on Friday. We should expect volume to be probably at its highest level, maybe at its highest level for the month so far. And that should actually be very conducive to some decent price action. What I will note, this quarterly, usually we will have a trend in one direction, and then the last hour and a half is where we see a adjustment to that trend and really aggressive price action to the upside or downside. Usually we see fades going into this expiration and then bids going in to the close on Friday. So that's really the price action that I'm looking forward to. But the news items that can hit the wire could also create a little bit of volatility. But I'm looking for volume to really come back in this market and liquidity to be backfilled here in this market as well. Because right now it's just a little bit concerning that we're sitting at some pretty low levels of liquidity.
All right. Well, Kevin, thank you so much. As always, enjoy your day off tomorrow. We'll see you back here again on Friday. Now,